My commute is 70 miles round trip. From a distance perspective, that's not too bad. But in San Francisco, that means over an hour of driving or 90 minutes each way on public transit. And that's not great if you're a person who goes into the office 4 times a week like I do. So when I'm thinking about my overall commute, I have to be very methodical about which lever I choose, time or money. On this channel, we prioritize the economics. So today I'm breaking down the raw math behind my commute, from the Bay Bridge tolls to tax advantage Clipper cards, to show you how I prioritize saving in one of the most expensive regions in the country. First, let's look at driving. I do drive an EV, and I know not everybody has made the switch over to fully electric, but in California, it's really hard to ignore that math because it is so much more efficient. So for my drives, I usually get 3.9 miles per kilowatt hour, and that equates to roughly 18 kilowatt hours for my round trip. And with PG&E costing 23 cents a kilowatt hour, that's about $4.14 for fueling. And compare that to my older gas car, which is getting around 22 miles per gallon. And right now, if a gallon of gas costs about $6, that's going to be roughly $18 in just the fueling costs. And then you add on another $8.50 for the Bay Bridge toll, because that's also another insane amount that we have to pay just to be in San Francisco. So my EV total would be $13, and then my gas total would have been $27 each day. And I'm not factoring in wear and tear because that's a future me problem, so I'll deal with that eventually. But we're looking at just the strict daily cost of what it would be for driving. Scenario 2 is the green route, so that involves walking Muni and the SFA Ferry. It takes 3 hours of my day round trip, and there's obviously different fares associated with that. The Muni is $2.85, the Ferry is $4.90. You do get a 50-cent transfer credit, so I do love that, and you don't get that when you take BART. And so in total round trip, the face value is $14.50. But here's where I want to acknowledge a massive divide: commuter benefits. So my employer allows me to use pre-tax dollars for these commuter benefits, and so it's never taxed as income. So that $14.50 is actually feeling like $9 in reality. If you don't have commuter benefits, you're basically being taxed to choose the more sustainable option, and that's a huge hurdle for young professionals who are trying to save. Without that corporate benefit, it would actually be cheaper and faster for me to drive my EV. When you annualize these numbers for a 4-day work week, the daily gap becomes a year-long giant chasm. So carpooling in an EV, so you save on the Bay Bridge toll, costs $1,664 for the year. Public transit with commuter benefits is estimated to be $1,872. EV driving by yourself is $2,704. Public transit with no commuter benefits is going to be $3,016. And then gas driving by yourself is going to be $5,616. Saving $4,000 a year just by switching fuel types or finding a carpool isn't just budgeting, it's a lifestyle shift. If you're feeling the squeeze, check out your local transit agencies to see if they have transfer discounts, or push your HR to get those pre-tax commuter benefits. It saves me over $1,000 each year. And let me know in the comments how much your daily commute costs, and subscribe for more methodical money hacks.